Hello Rockstars, how's everyone going? So today we're going to have a look at the 1412 KvK again, the 6 Imperium KvK, and kind of see how things are looking. Roughly 6 days into Pass 4 opening, so they're fighting for Zone 5. So that's going to be our main focus for the day. And then after we have a little look at that KvK, we are going to maybe talk a little bit about War of the Ruins. We just did a video today about how we played the game in our Kingdom 2 account, so the game mode. So you can check out that video. It kind of looked pretty fun, to be honest. And then we have a little bit of a Eon's Ballad to do, and we'll do that towards the end of the stream. I kind of forgot that I haven't done it. If I don't, then it's going to... I'm going to miss out on the rewards and we can't let them happen. Hey Ladus, how's your day going? Mr. 13, hey man, not too bad. So far so good. I'm kind of looking forward to having a look at the 1312 KvK. Not 1312, 1412. 1412 KvK, just because I had a look earlier in the day and then it looks pretty surprising. Anyways, so just having a look at how the Imperium status is looking like. So there's still 4 kingdoms that are Imperium. 2 of them lost their Imperium status. 1647 lost their Imperium status and 1412 was fighting them. They still have it. What does that tell you? 1412 still has a lot in the tank, right? As much as we kind of loved how 1647 played, we want 1412 to survive this zone because otherwise there's no KvK. Chilsey, good morning. Good morning to you, man. Well, actually very late tonight to me, but either way, let's go have a look now. Let's log into that KvK and see how things are. Okay, now before we start looking at the 1412 area, just like every other time, we're going to have a quick look around the map before we zoom in on 1412. So if you want to know who is allied and where the action is, top right hand corner you have the map, red versus blue. That's how we are aiming. Now on the bottom, 1875 was fighting 8023 from day one. They had an upper hand and they have kind of taken off all the remnants of 1823, so it's all 1875 here. So definitely that zone belongs to the red team. Now on the right hand side, 1892 was fighting against 2 kingdoms. 1892 is Imperium, 1780 not Imperium, 1005 not Imperium. So the Imperium KD definitely has an upper hand over the 2 non-Imperium KD. So the left and the middle completely belongs to 1892. On the right hand side, it does look like there's a bit of... No, now they kind of have it all. I was going to say it looks like they have a little bit of a control on the right hand side, but at the moment it looks like it's mostly 92 all over. Okay, that's kind of around the map. Now let's look at the most interesting area. This is what... Wow. So the first thing that we notice, somehow, I don't know how, but somehow the number of forts has increased. But can you even count how many? If you had to have a guess, 40 forts. Do you want to count quickly? Okay, let's do a quick count. This has to be the highest number of forts that I have ever seen, but let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Rough numbers, 45 could be 1 or 2 less or more, but 45. So that was the first highlight. The second highlight is, let's have a look at the high road. Now you know who it belongs to, right? 1412. So 1412 has managed to take the high road despite most of the times when we checked in, we saw 1647 having an upper hand. So 1412 definitely living up to its Imperium big kingdom status. I mean, 1647 is Imperium as well, was Imperium as well. They're no longer, but 1412 still is, and they have a bit of a upper hand here. Now, again, before zooming in and looking at the action, on the left, 1647 actually had a bit more presence here. They've had flags all the way to the pass. Now they don't, so 1412 has managed to push them a little bit on the top, the middle as well. They were touching here before, and it was 1647 flags here, and now we see more 1412. So the middle area, definitely 1412 has a bit more of a presence. There's still quite a lot of areas that are somewhat touching, and those are the areas we will be looking at. Now down south, the position hasn't really changed much, so this is how we have been looking at it for the last 2-3 days. So it hasn't changed much. So 1412 in general definitely have a better position now, much better position than what they had, and overall better than what 1647 has. It was very important for 1412 to survive this, because unless 1412 survived this, they would have been locked in. So down south, it's enemies. So if they didn't have this zone, they couldn't progress to the next zone, and KvK would have been over. Not just for them, the whole KvK, but looks like, well, looks like they are surviving. Now let's see where we can find some action. Well, this is 1412. And this is 1647. So are we saying no action? I don't see any marches. None of the flags are burning. Okay, so no action down south. 1412 is the biggest alliance there, so we kind of expected some action there. Maybe it's just not a good time. Oh, we do have action here. So what are the flags burning? So that's a devil's flag, so that's 1412, and that's 1647. So flags burning on both sides, but multiple flags burning on both sides. And we got rallies, and this is where the action seems to be. So what do we have? We got an archer rally here on a Zenobia NYSS, 1412 flag being rallied by 1647. Who has the field presence? It looks like it's all 1647, doesn't it? Or am I looking at it wrong? All I see is 1647. Well, what's up with that? We do see some marches gathering here. Not in good numbers though, from 1412. There's a good chance we're gonna see this fort burn. I mean, not fort, flag. So they do have a few cities around 1412, so they can kind of keep reinforcing through the cities. We do see reinforcements coming in. We do see marches kind of going back. No one's hitting that march. That should be pretty low. Why can I not click it? Okay, well, that march is dead now, so... And then the other smart thing is they do have an alliance resource here, so that marches that's coming from down south trying to reinforce that flag, they can kind of hop through the tile and get into the flag. Now today we are streaming a little later than usual, which means it shouldn't be that early for 1412. So that's a little bit surprising, the fact that we don't have any 1412 action. You guys think the flag is coming down? Something died. You know what died? The counter rally. So there was a counter rally from 1412, and that just took a major hit and went down. There's one more flag being rallied. Oh wow, we got two flags rallied in the same screen. Now the first flag went down. There's a sad Khan there, and the Khan's gonna get swarmed down. So the rally definitely did its job, and the flag is now gone. Second flag about to come down. This one has a Cav garrison and a Cav rally. By the way, guys, 1365, where my ult is, registered for a, what's it called? Strife of 8. And I don't know the teams yet. I do believe 1846 is in the same KvK along with 1860 and 1034. That's gonna be a fun action-packed KvK, don't you think? The flag survives. This is pretty surprising. We mostly see 1647. Somehow the flag still survived. Okay. Let's go up and let's see if there's any other areas that's being contested. There's a lot of marches going up. That flag was that fort was burning from 1412. I mean 1647. Lots of marches going up. Where are they going? They're just refreshing. They are from that rally action that we just witnessed just then. Now we want to see if there's any other areas where they're fighting. So no fighting here. And the next possible area is this. Ooh, there's a lot of marches here as well. Okay, one more 1412 flag burning. You know what 1412 could be playing for? I mean, technically winning this zone till the last day, I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as they can hold on to their position. They definitely have a lot in the tank, which is why they're still Imperium. And if they just hold on to the position just like how it is now, maybe just keep half of it, they're still secured to go to the next zone. Now the high run has taken place, so this shouldn't be too far away, zone 5. But then when they enter zone 5, who do they face? Who do they face? Well, all of them are kind of allied, so they're gonna be up against 3 kingdoms here. So this is not exactly gonna be fun. Rich Bellico, good evening. Hey man, good evening to you as well. Now let's have a look at that action again. So we kind of got distracted talking about the map, so we kind of zoomed out. So again, yes, one more 1412 flag burning. But then what we were trying to theorize is 1412 may be on purpose not going all out now, because all they need to do is secure entry to the next zone, which kind of looks alright as long as they can hold on. So if the flags are 1 or 2 flags here and they're burning, but they're holding on to their forts, there's a good chance they'll still be fine, right? Now up top, there's no fighting, so that's not burning. And on the left, that's not burning either. So definitely no one's going, I mean 1412 isn't going all out. What about this area? Not burning. 1647 not burning. 1412 burning. Is it a massive loss if they lose this fort? Well, kind of. You don't want your enemy to have access to your pass. So, and that fort is burning as well. But just saying it again, guys, so 14-12, as much as it doesn't look like they have an upper hand, but they do, because they got the iron. I mean, not just because they got the iron, the fact that they got the iron means that they're not in a bad position. Now, because this flag just got burnt, I don't think there's going to be more action, because there's no push coming from 14-12. The push is only from 16-47. At least when we stream, it's only 16-47. Then they will be depleted if they keep on fighting. Easy picking for 606. Yeah, that's, I mean, they are not fighting though, right? As in, I mean, they are fighting, but they're not going all out. So there's still Imperium, 14-12 I'm talking about. And that's to do with maybe trying to conserve some of their speed ups and resources. Okay, now there's one flag that 16-47 kind of rallied earlier without any success. So we see a second rally coming there. We know there's the Jadwiga YSS in garrison. So let's see how that kind of goes. Now, they do have a little less field presence here, 16-47, and it's a solo rally, and they changed the garrison to the Zenobia. So they had the Zenobia here, now they switched over the Zenobia here, and the rally just gets swarmed down. So probably not the best of effort from 16-47. They still have marches here. They didn't walk up with the rally to support it, I guess. And their flag was burned earlier as well, so it's repairing. I kind of don't know how I never see. I just don't know how I never see 14-12 pushing, but I do see 16-47 flags kind of burning here and there, right? Are they sort of sneak burns, or did they actually fight and take them? They're garrisoning the flag again. We see infantry marches kind of coming in. I mean, so they're not gonna let it just burn out. They're going to make sure that they're going to make sure that they fight it a little bit longer. So if I was 14-12 now, or if you were 14-12, just think about it. If you can just use your farms and keep the forts full for as long as you can, and kind of try to go into the next zone, is that really smart? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But then at the same time, in the next zone, it's not like you have access to any allies. In the next zone, none of your allies are coming in. You're gonna be with the same enemy and more. So it's gonna be more or less the same. Actually, not less, more of what you're facing now as 14-12. When does the high run open? 6 hours later. Now, if the time was right, I could have kind of streamed later when the high run is opening to see whether it's contested. But for me, that's going to be an extremely late time. And for most people watching here, it'll be pretty late for them as well. So we'll check tomorrow morning and see how it's kind of going, right? Nope, that's not really a rally action. That's just open field fighting there, and kind of no action up top. So we go back to where we are most likely to see action. That wasn't here. The most likely place where we are meant to find action is here, was it? Yeah, it was here. Okay. This is where we're most likely to see some action. kind of going for that flag. So 47 may come down from the top, 47 may rally from down south, but either way the target's gonna be this. AU 1412 is on a downward trend. Many players have already left the KD. Oh, really? Oh, well. I mean, before the KvK, not before this KvK, for the last couple of KvKs, I was kind of thinking quite a few players left and they're not as big, but then apparently they did a lot of recruitment. So apparently they're somewhat big again. So, I mean, so far they're not doing bad. Against another Imperium, they have kind of managed to hold their ground somewhat, and the other kingdom lost their Imperium status. 1647 and 1412 started with the same power, by the way. Both of them, all alliances combined, had 46 billion power. Yeah, Charles got caught out. Bad idea, Charles. What are you doing there? I mean, doesn't matter who is behind you, but if you're a Charles, you're gonna get swarmed and you have to leave or you die. So Devil Fahad KvK kind of thought he can kind of hold that. He could have if he had a better garrison, not Charles. Then M, if they go all out on 1847, it will be suicide, end of their KvK. Yeah. If they go out, yeah, they kind of have to conserve. Now there's a Jadwiga. So see how the swarmers kind of walked away. So if you kind of pretend that you can hold a flag with a Charles, you just can't. You need latest garrison commanders, and then even one person kind of putting in all their marches can good kills if it's swarmed. So I'm pretty sure that's being scouted and there's gonna be a rally, so we just wanna wait here and see how that rally action takes place. Chilsey, how do you feel about the new game mode Battle of the Ruins? Battle of the Ruins? Chilsey, we just made a video earlier. It's a short 5-minute video, so we played it for a little bit. It kind of looks fun. I mean, it's not really using the Rise of Kingdoms mechanics. Like when I say Rise of Kingdoms mechanics, I kind of mean people walking around with 5-6 marches doing open field. It's just that one march you're using. Now, one of the things that I like about it is where I think one of the things that I kind of liked about it is it didn't feel long. So say for example, when I'm doing Champions of Olympia, to me it kind of feels like it's a long match, but then the match over there felt pretty short. So I think the first time I played, I died pretty fast as well. The second time I didn't die as fast. I actually won the second time, but it didn't feel long, so it was kind of fun. And then obviously when it's something new, it's fun. You do get 2 gold heads as well. So as long as the game mode kind of gives decent rewards, and gold head is definitely a decent reward, so it gotta be material or gold head. Otherwise it doesn't feel like, worth your time. Actually, if it gives gems, then it's okay as well, like say the midterm. So how I look at these new events is, I'm not playing Rise of Kingdoms for those events. Like if the game mode was like that only, then I wouldn't play Rise of Kingdoms, right? So you're playing Rise of Kingdoms for KvK and Ark. So all these game modes, as long as they're giving you something towards your KvK and Ark, then that has to be the first requirement. The second one is they have to be fun. And it was kind of fun, wasn't bad at all actually. Then 1647, yep, I knew that's what you meant. Now guys, did you know that, what's it called? 1556 is in a KvK with 1254 again. Again. So this is the 3rd time they're gonna be in the same KvK. So I think they just landed in their KvK map, I think, or they're just about to finish their, actually to be honest, I think they're just about to finish their KvK. So let's quickly just zoom out and show you. So this is one other KvK that I want to cover. When the action starts, that is. So look at that. You got 1556 and you got 1254. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to be allied. I don't think they have ever allied. But either way, so this is one of the KvKs that we do want to kind of keep an eye out on. And 1365, we just registered today. Yep, so it's not going to come up here. So we just registered today. And what I remember, so I got an account there. Now, what I remember, they are in the same KvK with 1846. That's like a oh my god situation. I mean, no one wants to face 1846, and 1860 is there as well. So that's 1860, 1846. So that's gonna be a pretty awesome KvK as well. So these are the two KvKs that we kind of keep an eye on. I mean, one of them I'm playing in, and the other one keep an eye on. Ahu, what do you think about the best commanders for Battle of the Ruins? So I think your XY Nevsky would still be pretty good for it. They got Baba and Bye Bye, no problem for 1556. They got Baba and Bye Bye. Hey, when you say Bye Bye, like someone else mentioned that when you say Bye Bye, do you mean Bye Bye Z the YouTuber? Or is there like someone else called Bye Bye that I don't know of? Because Bye Bye Z is more like a free-to-play, low-spender player, right? That's not the guy you're saying, you know, in the same sentence with Baba. So going back to the Battle of Ruins, I think, like I just played on my farm account, so I only had an Ethelflaed there, so that was nothing. So the one thing that I felt like is you need to have march speed, you need to have some level of tankiness, but more importantly, you need to have a lot of damage. So if you combine three things, if you're doing your Guan CPO, I forgot about Guan CPO. So if you have Guan CPO, it's not the fastest march, but I think that's going to be pretty good. And your XY Nevsky or Nevsky, no, XY Nevsky I think will be the best cav march actually. Like you don't want to play William there because William, like it's not like you have many marches. So you're not looking for commanders. Actually, you're not looking for commanders that has AoE. AoE doesn't mean anything. You're not looking for commanders that can buff, debuff things. So say for example, Trajan or Ethelflaed kind of doesn't make sense. So you want single target, high damage, fast commanders. 1254 got strong alliances, all Imperium. 1254 is strong. I mean, power-wise, they are definitely more powerful. So that's why it's going to be interesting to watch, right? Like once 1556 done their rebuilding. So the last KvK, neither 1254, not 1556, none of them won. 1365 won. So both of them kind of lost that. And the one before 1256 kind of won as part of being allied with 1846. So it hasn't really been like a 1-versus-1 win situation. So we'll kind of see how it goes. I mean, all kingdoms, they kind of gain power, lose power, and you kind of have to take it one KvK at a time. So it's not the same kingdom every KvK. So you know guys, how I was saying we never see 1254 in action. We do have 1254 in action, led by Ahmed Aziz. And we got a rally going on. It's a Zenobia in garrison, and who is the secondary? Zenobia and YSS, and we got Attila and Nevsky. So we do see 1254 in action. But then look at all those 1647 marches coming down. I mean, this is not an easy rally to swarm, but Yes, for the king. So this is not an easy rally to swarm, but I don't think they can keep the reinforcements up based on all the 1647 marches coming down. Chilsey, his name is Bye Bye and he is free to play, but a very good player. Yes, Bye Bye the legend. But I mean, I like... you know what? I watch Bye Bye Z from time to time. I like him as a YouTuber, definitely. But then whether it be LADUS or Bye Bye Z, you can't really say these names in the same sentence as Baba, as in now that they got Baba and LADUS or Baba and Bye Bye. It's not like, you know what I mean. But he's pretty good. He's funny actually, Bye Bye Z. I like him. Like as in watching his video, not that I know him personally. What about CPO Alex? Yeah, CPO Alex would be good as well. CPO Alex would be pretty good as well. So you want fast, high damaging commanders. Actually, CPO Guan and CPO will be better than Nevsky maybe. Because you know how Nevsky's skill, I mean, he has damage, but most of them the damage is to do with how, like if the target is taking damage from multiple sources, then that's emphasized because you have Nevsky. But Guan CPO, nothing like that. You got silence, you got both commanders doing high damage. And then Guan has that little bit of a heal from battle to battle. So, few different ways. They are probably gonna be OP in that mode. And Alex is good as well. Alex has that shield and the random damage, and he makes Guan, I mean, he makes the infantry march a little faster as well. And CPO has infantry march speed as well. So, not a bad march at all. Hope he doesn't get zeroed. Well, like the video that I was a little confused about. Like, I mean, like I watched that video a couple times. Bye Bye Z getting zeroed. Like at first, I wasn't too sure. Is he like making a funny video or is he being serious? But then end of the day, what I felt is it's a pretty good video. So because I kept watching, right? Satish Kumar, hi bro, hey man, how are you going? 1647, never say never attitude. Yep, 1647 is like... Okay, now you're gonna actually find out how I'm really old. So, do you guys remember Michael Chang? Actually, I think I got the name right. He was a US tennis player, kind of like Leighton Hewitt, but much older. And then Duracell, the battery company, made an ad. Like, they never die, they just keep going on and on. So 1647 is kind of like that. Irki Usturk has subscribed. Hey man, thank you for your subscription, Usturk. 35 register for KvK. Yes, 1365 registered for KvK. 1365 is in the same KvK with, I mean, I think they're gonna be in the same KvK with 1860 and 1846. Now, how does that make me feel, or what's my take on it? Whichever side 1846 is, they're likely to win. So if 1365 ends up allied with 1846, it's going to be a too easy KvK probably. And if 1365 is against 1846, then I don't think we're winning then as part of 1365. So yeah, so I'm gonna say 1846 is ruining KvK or Rise of Kingdoms, because that's like a sure win kingdom with 8 fighting alliances. Bye Bye recently achieved 20 billion RSS gathering. Well, that's some achievement, man. Okay, let's see my achievement. How much resource I have gathered. I really want to know now. More info. Resource gathered 24. Now I'm like halfway there. I need to be farming more. Could you please check 1892 side? Yes, definitely. We will have a look there. 1870 speaks a lot, but lost again 1892. Yep, so we had a look there earlier, and 1892 definitely they have an upper hand. So we were just saying how on the left hand side, in the middle, they kind of have full control. Now 1892, even around the middle and the right, see how they have taken up position on the important part. So all that matters on this side, is the iron, right? And who has the iron? I think at the moment 1005 has the iron, but as you can see 1892 has flagged all around, so they're gonna take the iron, and they are all the way up to the pass. So 1892 is Imperium, the other two kingdoms aren't, so they are kind of expected to do this, and they definitely have delivered. Now, where were we looking at in terms of the action? I think it was here. Bro, I'm 47, so definitely remember that commercial. Chilsey. Okay, you know what? I am glad that I'm not the oldest person in this chat. So I'm not laughing at you. I'm not too far off you, but I'm not the oldest. Let's put it this way. So you definitely make me feel better if you remember that ad. Big fun waiting, bro. Shatish, are you in 1365? Do you mind just know if we are allied with 1846 or not? Like, I was going to ask in 1365 Discord, then I thought, you know what? Like, they're gonna announce, I wait for the announcement. Like, 1846 is not a challenge. 1846 is it's a sentence. Like, yeah, you're gonna lose this KvK. That's the sentence. I mean, even if they say we're gonna do 2v6, I mean, maybe 2v6, but even if it's a 3v5, 1846 is probably gonna win. RoKStaR, we will get the iron and continue. Yep. Oh, you're from 1892? Yep, you guys are definitely doing well this KvK. So, as part of the blue side, as per our map on the top right hand corner, 1892 is the only blue side that's dominatingly winning. So 1412 is not dominating. 1823 kind of lost it. So 1892 is the bright shining light in that blue team as per the map. Satish Kumar, I am 1860. Yeah, 1860 is a good kingdom. 1860, 1365, even 1254, 1556, they are all good, somewhat equally powered kingdom. Not exactly equally powered, but roughly when they come out and fight, it kind of looks like a fun battle. But 1846, when they come and fight, it looks like it's termination of other kingdoms. 1846, 8 fighting alliance. Dang, yep, man. When I say 8 fighting alliance, one of the viewers the other day sent the pictures. I don't have the pictures now, but then even their 8th alliance had more than 10 billion power. And in 1365, the 5th alliance has less than 10 billion already. 9M, 1846 are the blueprint of KvK, I guess. Yep, they are pretty much it. Now, is there a city that's gonna be... Now that's the only city, and that's Bubble. So the only city that's gonna lose the flag underneath is that city. Now, you know how the new KvK mode, the Season of Conquest Power Up KvK, where you can do the arrow towers, alliance towers, and all that, like towers with siege, you get the new commanders. So that KvK is up for grabs now. So there's quite a few kingdoms that registered for it. Now, I do not have a CH25 account, City Hall 25 account in a KvK that's registering for that Pioneer Power Up KvK. So if any of our viewers is registering for that KvK, then please reach out to me on Discord, because I definitely want to cover that KvK. So reach out on Discord and we can have a chat about which kingdom, when you're opening and all that, just so that we can do some coverage of that KvK. So that flag is down. Now the next target is this from 1647, and the target is this when it comes to 1412. So 1412 did a rally, so I finally saw some 1412 aggression, which I haven't seen in a very long time, or ever actually, to be honest. Ahmed Aziz, I mean, I like that guy. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I saw some KvKs where he's fighting. He's like a beast. Nan M, your kingdom is also a no-brainer. You guys are tough. 1365 is shockingly organized. Like, when I say shockingly organized, it's like I can't show some of the markers when I'm live streaming, just because, you know, strategies and all that. So that part is kind of annoying for a streamer. But then when I say shockingly organized, what I mean is they got like different groups of players set up before KvK. So there's 10 different things that's taking place at the same time, and everyone kind of know what they're doing, even without being on Discord. So that's, to me, is like shocking. But to be honest, I haven't played in like the other bigger KDs, say for example 1860, 1846, 1556, whichever. I haven't played in them, so I kind of don't know how organized they are. But from my experience in playing a couple of Imperium KvKs, which I rather not mention their name because I'm not gonna have positive things to say. But anyways, they were not anywhere near as organized as 1365. Like, I'm just shocked at their level of organization. But power-wise, spending-wise, 1365 doesn't spend as much as 1556 and doesn't spend as much as 1412. Power-wise, they kind of don't match even 1254. So, like, they're not a top power KD, top spender KD. It's just very high level of organization. RoKStaR, what do you think about 1875? So 1875 we played against in the last KvK, in the 1365 KvK. 1875 was very impressive based on their power. They were definitely power-wise bad matched for that KvK. So compared to the other three kingdoms, 1365, 1556 and 1254, 1875 probably shouldn't have been there. They didn't have as much power as the other three. But even without having the power, they were very impressive. They kind of held on to their position for much longer than 1365 expected. And even this KvK, Imperium versus Imperium, they kind of wrapped up 1223. So they definitely did a good job. Please look at their alliance. 1254 tried their best to avoid you guys, your last KvK. Yeah, I mean, the last KvK, 1254 and 1556, I mean, one of the reason why 1365 had a easier win compared to what we kind of expected was because 1254 and 1556 has a lot of beef, and they chose to fight each other compared to fighting against 1365. And that's not to do with they're afraid of 1365 or anything. Both of them just preferred to fight each other because they got like history and whatever. 12. So we got 112 billion alliance, and that has to be a separate alliance. It's kind of hard to look at from the outside. They got 113.5. 1875, I know, done a lot of recruitment since the last KvK, so definitely. Now that's the same. So we got 12.5 and 13.5 so far. and almost 12 again. So we already got 3 OP alliances here, and that's the same. Is that it? No, maybe this one. No, we looked at it already. Yeah, I see 3 really strong alliances, to be honest, in 1875. Maybe this? No, we looked at that. So 3 pretty strong sort of alliances. Now let's go back up and look at the action again. Here. Yeah. So 1254, I mean, not 1254. 1412 is probably gonna let that flag burn, right? And they're just in defense here. And we don't have a rally yet. Someone's doing a flag. Who is doing a flag? 1647. That flag has to be rallied. I think he is going to rally that flag. So we will kind of focus on this area for a bit. Because while the flag is coming up, best time to burn, right? And it's going to be a... Okay, this may be exciting. So either it could be a Pakal Herald. I mean, the logical answer is this is going to be a Pakal Herald based on all the 47 marches. However, we could see a Guan CPO rally as well, right? If it's a Guan CPO rally, we'll back the shit out of it and get the report. What do you think of this KvK? Who do you think is going to win? What do you think of this KvK? I think 1647 is going to win, man. The reason why I think 1647 is going to win is because they are on the same side as 1847, 1306 Imperium untouched. So the red side probably has more in the tank. And 1647 so far has showed some really good strategy. What look at Jizgul face when fighting 1365? They didn't really fight 1365 so much though, Nen. I mean, most of the fighting, I mean, there was fighting obviously, but most of the fighting, I mean, it was hard to separate 1254 and 1556. They love each other so much. Rich Bellico, I think last KvK 1254 is much stronger than 1556. Yes, definitely. So last KvK, from what I know, when 1556 went into last KvK, they had some people leave, so they were not in the best spot. But this KvK is probably going to be different. From what I hear, they have a lot more recruitment. I mean, we know all about, we all know about Baba, but apparently there's like a lot more. But they got a few migrants. Okay, I kind of lost track of chat. 1254 tried their best to avoid. Okay, we did that, but you got a lot more new migrants. Okay, we did that. 1647, I guess. Nenem, yes, you're right. So I'm caught up to chat. That's what I think as well. Baba smashing 1254 big. I mean, we want to see. So one of the things that we know about Baba is he's not just, you know, one of those guys that spend a lot and doesn't really play with his account. So it's not like he's Solimar. So he spends and he fights. So that's a definitely big bonus to 1556. They cancel the rally. Come on, man. Khalid, why are you canceling the rally? I mean, the flag's gonna be up in 6 minutes. You had it ready and you canceled. You're letting that flag come up for free? Seriously? He just canceled the rally. Maybe he didn't want to. Maybe he was asked. I don't know. With the Zenith skin and so many kills, you're the guy to rally, man. What zone will next fight take place? I mean, this is zone 5, so next pass is pass 5, and then you have zone 6. I mean, is that zone 6? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's zone 6, right? Yeah. Wait. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, next is zone 6. So in the next zone, after the next set of pass opens, there's going to be definitely a lot more action there as well. If 1412 could be on the right side. I mean, if 1412 and 1647 was in the same side, then that's like a nothing KvK, right? That's like an easy win. So that we are glad that they're not on the same side, so that we got something to watch. It could be better for blue side. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would have been an easy KvK, but yeah. He was dang mad when you guys interrupted their fight against 1556 near the gate. Yeah. I mean, like, look, so during that KvK, and this wasn't Chizgul, like he's like a well-respected person. It wasn't him, but in Lost Kingdom chat, some of the leaders from 1254 had a lot to say about how apparently 1365 didn't fight 1556 enough and whatever. But then you know what the funny thing is? 1365 actually, after pass opened, went both ways. We went towards 1875, we went towards 1556, whereas 1254 is the kingdom that chose not to go towards 1875 at all for the first part of the KvK. They're the only ones that chose to go one directional. I mean, they're not the only one, because 1556 did the same. So, I mean, I think 1254 kind of should accept losses a little bit better rather than complaining too much. But they did fight well. And like, you know what, 1365, what are they meant to do? Not take the ziggurat? Just because 1254 is fighting with 1556, like, we are meant to not to do what we're meant to do. Now what did I do? I kind of I pressed a button and kind of went back to my city. So it was one of the shortcut buttons. I pressed the space button. That's why I went back. Okay. Now, where were we again? We were over here. Yeah. Yeah, we were here. That is kind of sad. That flag is coming up for free. Would have been kind of hard to take it down though. Like, they had a lot of reinforcements, so Swarm and kind of filling the flag both would have been an option for 1647. So they're bowling up. I think that's more of a defensive ball to save that. Because you know what's next? There's gonna be a rally coming this way. And have they given up on that flag? No, they're still scouting it. Guys, where you going? They're going to the left. Okay, so that flag is repairing, so I think there's gonna be some pressure on that flag. And you see, 1556 deleted flags, no 1365 moved across and helped 1556 attack 12. And you see, so when the first set of passes opened, 1365 went all the way to the left, and we were trying to fight everyone. Now, who deletes their flags when? Like, it's nothing to do with 1365. 1254 deleted their own fortress at some stage. So, like, I don't know what to say about that, right? So 1254 during the KvK accidentally deleted one of the fortresses, so a lot of their cities became rallyable. So was 1254 fighting against 1254? So who deletes flags, fortresses, wherever? Like, it doesn't make a difference. And if you look at 1365 went and took 1556's the fortress. So, like, what does 1556 get in return for helping 56? It's free for all. So when you say free for all, everyone's kind of allowed to attack wherever they like. So that's how it kind of played out, right? That really kind of didn't do much either again. Because they got the big boy sitting. Oh my god, look at the big boy kills. 24.5 billion. That's a lot. Do we have that much troops? Like, look at his number of deaths. I never had that much troops. 127 million dead troops. Wow. Okay, so it's kind of safe to say that flag is safe for now. I thought there's gonna be a rally on that flag. Doesn't look like it's gonna be. And that flag came up already. Yep, the top flag came up already. They got a burn. Should have been watching this. How did they get a burn? It has to be one of those. You know how like as soon as the flag is done, all the marches kind of leave. They must have gone in with a lot of marches and got a touch in there. Because we didn't see a rally. Hey, how is Ahmed Aziz all over the place? Like, you're here. No, you just walked up there. Okay, it's not too far. He could have just walked up there marches. So what's next, guys? Where's gonna be the action? Well, you're rallying something. Hope it's not a barb fort. Lots of troops gathered. Lots and lots of troops gathered around. But no rally garrison action yet. That's a lot of troops. You can push out. Go for this. Go for this at the same time and see if 1412 can handle. I mean, it's easy to say. They have been fighting for 6 days. We're just looking at it for 6 days. You know, little bit at a time and kind of saying, oh, you should be doing this and should be doing that. A lot harder to do it 6 days straight, I guess. Not that I have ever done it. Because you know how we got lives, work, family and all that. Not saying they don't have lives. I'm just saying they take the game a little too seriously, which is good for us because then we can watch some entertainment. Okay, they got the king buff. Is that a defensive buff? Does that mean you're just gonna stand there or are you pushing out? Why would you push out? You burned the flag already, so it's just a defensive one. The museum buff thing actually did wonders for Charles. Because of Harold and because of the museum buff, you see so many Charleses nowadays, right? And finally we hit a time when there's not that many people that come out with Richard anymore. Lots of Guan, lots of XY, lots of Scipio and Nevsky. There's a Trajan as well. Lots of Saladin. A few Attilas sprinkle around. Now, most of the Attilas is carrying a Nevsky, right? Or do you think they're carrying a Takeda for open field? I mean, for rally, obviously Nevsky, but for open field. I kind of tried a Attila Nevsky in open field. It just doesn't do a lot of damage. Like, I don't know if it's actually worth. I mean, the good thing is you don't get targeted, so that's the benefit, obviously. But it kind of feels like it doesn't do as much damage. What's up, Ladus? Dirty Dan Gaming. Hey, brother. Hey, I know you're in this KvK. I dropped into one of your streams the other day. You're in 1870, right? Did I get it right, Dan? By the way, guys, if you didn't know who Dirty Dan Gaming is, he is another streamer. We are part of the same Restart project where I'm not really actively playing as much at the moment, but then he's the king over there. And 1780, yes. So, and he's in this KvK. He streams this KvK. He's playing with his main account in 1780. I think I said 1870, but it's 1780. So on the right hand side, okay, now we see dead marches going home. I see most of the dead marches going home on the left and the bottom. Not too many 1647 dead marches going back. And we have, wow, guys, we got 2 rally actions going on. This is pretty well timed. So we got Pakal Herald on a Jadwiga from 1647 on the right hand side. And on the top, we got an Archer rally, Gilgamesh and Nebu on a Zenobia, and I can't see the second commander. What's the second commander? Yeah, that's a XY. I mean, not XY, sorry. That's a, what's it called again? The board guy. YSS. Good, bro, just chilling. How are you, man? Pravijit, bro, they savage. What are you talking about? Being savage. 1892, yeah, they kind of look savage. Or Gilga, okay. Yeah, 1647, I mean, if you're talking about them, they're being pretty aggressive here. That's a lot of action they're giving us. And I think the Gilgamesh rally won't survive. Just because you don't necessarily own the whole field, and without owning the whole field, Gilgamesh usually doesn't work. And as you can see, that rally got cancelled and the flag survives. What about the one below? So this is Pakal and Herald. That rally can survive even without having anything on the field, and it looks like it's kind of doing alright. Dirty Dan, chilling before work, wanted to stop by and support quick. Hit the like button all. Yes, guys, I mean, I should know how to check how many likes we got. I don't think we got many. So if you haven't, then please do. It kind of makes the stream, I mean, it kind of makes me want to stream again tomorrow. Already liked. Pravijit. Well done, sir. Well done. Now, speaking of well done, looks like 1244 is getting well done here as well by 1647. Way too many 1647 in the field now. I don't think that Jadwiga can survive. I don't think that Jadwiga should survive. As long as they keep the rally reinforced, I think they got it. Flag is getting filled again. That's good to see. This flag. The flag is getting filled, yes. However, the field is lost, right? '47 owns the field. Oh, the flag is getting filled. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we do see 1 or 2 marches coming in all the time. Now that rally has been going on for long enough for a counter rally to come in, right? One counter rally is not a bad idea, even for a Pakal Herald rally, I think. And we see 1647 refreshing marches, so they're not giving up the field presence, they're coming in and again. Now this again will be a good time to rally that maybe Attila Nevsky, because you have the field, you can kind of hit two flags at the same time, so why not? Provijit, key to flag filling is 100k troops, have a few cities around and make them spam the flag with reinforcements. That's exactly right. So 100k, that means your flag is always topped up. That way you will definitely have, I mean not definitely, but you're more likely to have positive trades end of the day, and most likely your flag will survive. The same kind of goes for the rally as well, if you can fill in small numbers. But then for rallies it's, you know, kind of hard, because the fact that you're rallying means you're in enemy territory, and unless you have this much dominance like 1647 has at the moment, you kind of don't want to bring out 100k marches. You kind of have to bring out full marches, otherwise the march is gonna die before it refills the rally. So definitely for flags it's easier. So we got the swarm going on. They sense the blood. I think they can tell the flag is pretty low, and it switched to a Zenobia. Now swarming a Zenobia is a lot harder. I think they should stop. Unless they know it's very low. Nope, they're still swarming. So a different set of people is swarming now. I mean, if they can switch it to a Zenobia, I'm pretty sure they're kind of keeping it full. So maybe the swarm wasn't the best idea. Okay, they're stopping and they're starting again. What are they doing? No, they're not swarming the flag anymore. They're just hitting that Alex now. Let's go 1412 Cobra 007. Hey man, you guys are doing alright. You're in a tough spot though. By tough spot, I don't mean this spot. I mean like in this zone. You guys are doing alright. You got the Hiron, and you'll get to the next zone, but in the next zone you don't have any allies coming in, you just get more enemies, so this is gonna be a tough one. Provijit, they pulled back. Yes, they did. Dirty Den Gaming, Ladus, what KD alliance you in again? I got some juicy flag reports I can send. Hey man, so I am in 1348, and the alliance is the 348k. So I think I am in, where's my alliance? No, alliance is here. Why do I feel like such a noob? Why can, oh there. Sorry. So let's see, I'm in rank 3. Yes, so alliance 348k, which is 1348. I'm in rank 3, so we can definitely check out some reports. If you have any to share, we can do it, don't worry. I mean, I have a lot of faith in Ahmed Aziz, so hopefully he can pull his kingdom through. I mean, not by himself, but as in with his leadership, I mean. So for the king style. Okay, I got a lot of messages. I don't know why I have a lot of messages. None of them are important messages. Okay, then I am open, so if I see that pop up, I'll definitely check it out. If we don't get it today, that's fine. I can show it in the next stream as well. So whatever works for you, man. Now, when I look at that picture, I mean, I know this is Ragnar, but it just reminds me of Fat Hands. Oh my god, what did I click? Ragnar's picture just kind of reminds me of Fat Hands, as in remember the Fat Hands zeroing 1254 versus 1365. That was a OP CD rally. Went for like, I don't know how long, for like hours. And we kind of made a 20-minute video, I think, out of it. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do. Fat Hands 150 or 100, actually 170 million power at the time we started rallying. Okay, now this is going to be a fun report, right? So how about we send a message to the rally leader and ask for a report. So we sent a little request, hopefully they do. Dirty Dan accepted. So Dirty Dan is gonna give us some juicy reports. Did I not accept? I did think I did. Okay, I did. Now we are friends. Oh wow, we got, ooh, so quite a few reports. Now, how about this? We keep an eye on the rally, because now we got multi rallies and we got the reports there. Ooh, quite a few. Okay, so let's keep an eye on the rallies, and then we will, as soon as the rallies are done, we're gonna go and check. Now that rally now is a little bit better because it doesn't look like there's a lot of 1412, right? So there's only 1647 here. So if you're doing archers now, it makes sense. Even if that flag is filled, they can easily reinforce the rally, so that flag should come down. Can't say the same for this flag though, because they have a lot of cities around, they can easily reinforce. Hey, something happened here. Oh my god, we could have been looking at 3 rallies on one screen, guys. Ooh, I missed out on that opportunity, but that flag is burned. Hey, Cobra 007, man, looking tough on you. 3 flags getting rallied on the same screen, but I know this is not your peak time, so 1412 comes alive a little bit later. By the time we finish streaming, they will come alive. So on Shinji's stream, you can probably see them active, or you can see them active on Dirty Dan's streaming as well. So Dirty Dan usually streams a little bit later. So if you haven't checked out his channel, please do. Is there a good time? But yes, it is. It's definitely a good time for 1647 Asia. So same time zone as me. So most of them are Japanese. So second flag burned. So 3 flags on the same screen. 2 of them burned. 1 of them kind of holding in. Now, Cobra, how about you help us get a report from that flag? Are you in that flag? Your mate's in that flag? How about you send us a message? They will face the hell? Yeah, I think they will, because every time we finish streaming, we're like, okay, tomorrow when we're gonna log in, 1412 is gonna be packed up, but the next morning we see 1412 gain a little ground. Now, I'm streaming from Sydney, so that's Asian time zone, so we don't usually see 1412 in action as much. Now let's look at some of the reports from Dan on the side. There's something wrong, right? I mean, obviously this is a glitch, and it would have been a Zenobia and Flavius. That's what Dan mentioned. So Flavius versus Gilgamesh, and it kind of looks like that went even, like it wasn't OP in anyone's favor. Was it? Wasn't, right? No, somewhat even. Second report, 1.2, 2.7. Okay, so Flavius did better this time. Like a lot of it kind of depends on how it's going. Though ignore that one. A lot of it depends on whether the rally is swarmed or not, right? Say for example, when it's an archer rally, because I got a few reports from this side, as in 1412, and those reports kind of say that if the archer rally is not swarmed and the flag is not swarmed, then for the longest time the rally goes, the archers have a little bit more of an advantage, but the cav rally definitely suffers. Did you guys kind of face something similar, or was it Flavius wins everything? So I think they tried swarming the rally, was it? Or was it a counter rally that got swarmed down? Can't tell. Okay, so we went through the first two. Let's look at the third one. 2.7 Flavius, 3.5. Okay, on this side, guys, it definitely looks like the Flavius garrison has been doing better against the archer rally as well. Now we're gonna check the troop buffs as well. I kind of forgot to check the troop buffs because I kind of want to see what's happening here. Now I kind of feel like I should bother some of these people as well, right? Ask for the rally report. Now who do you think is doing that garrison? This guy probably? Show troop buff. Yes, definitely I will be. When we look at the report, I will be looking at the troop buff as well. So they're switching between the Zenobia and the Jadwiga. I don't know whether they're fast enough in terms of switching most of the troops in the garrison though, because you know how you kind of want to have mostly cav or mostly infantry based on whether it's Jadwiga or Zenobia. I don't know whether they can do that well, right? But both of them kind of works with mix as well, if you have a mix of cav and infantry, I guess, because the YS kind of needs both. Okay, let's kind of bother him and ask. And anyone else we should bother? But that guy has to be reinforcing. Message Ahmed Aziz. I'm pretty sure Ahmed Aziz is not gonna check his messages middle of it. Our Ahmed Aziz is rallying. Ahmed Aziz definitely is not gonna check his messages, man, because he gets too many messages. Duke, yo bro, hey Duke, how are you going, man? Dirty then. Yes, those archer reports, I always was swarmed. Yep, that probably helps with the good report. I have seen a few clean archer reports, which probably suggests what you said. Really, rally wasn't swarmed. Yeah, I mean, but then to be honest, you know what? It's natural that things are gonna get swarmed, right? So why look for clean reports? We should kind of be more looking at reports with swarms. I don't know. Hard to tell. So something got swarmed down. What got swarmed down? I think the Ahmed Aziz rally got swarmed down. Because I can see, yeah, Ahmed Aziz's counter rally got swarmed down. Because I can still see the actual Pakal rally going on. And there's like a lot of fighting going on. Are they swarming now? I don't think so. I don't think they're swarming yet. I'm doing good, bro. How are you doing? Well, we're enjoying some KvK action. Okay, so this is going along. Now who else should we bother? We bothered this guy, we bothered that guy. He could be the rally leader as well. Maybe bother him. How come my messages are not going? Okay, it is going. Swarm meta, yeah. Swarm is always meta, but you know who you can't swarm, right? This guy over here. I kind of went all in for Pakal Herald to max both of them as soon as possible. So they're like OP tanky rallies. You just can't touch that rally. That's it. Like if you touch, you get a full hospital. If you swarm with 5 marches, you get dead troops. Like guaranteed. Now this is gonna go on for a while. So again, let's go through some of the Pakalis unswarmable. Yep. So let's go through Dan's reports again. So we went through the top 3. Now let's look at number 4. 1.2, 2.3 troop buffs. That infantry is a pretty good infantry leader. I mean, with equipment and everything. And this Gilgamesh. Yeah, this is a very nice archer as well. So, pretty good equipment, I would say. For some reason, the game is frozen. Game, if I zoom out, zoom back in, are you gonna be unfrozen? Yes, you will. So, rally is still going on. The number of marches around the rally and the flag has reduced. Everyone has to refresh. So, yeah. But they're keeping the rally full. This is gonna be such a nice report. I definitely want to see this. Now, we haven't bothered him yet, right? Well, let's bother him as well. You're sitting next to the flag. So I have to bother you, mate. Okay, we bothered way too many people now. And did the flag burn? No. They canceled the rally. Okay, let's zoom out, zoom back in again and check. They just canceled the rally? I think they did. Yeah, they canceled the rally. Well, 1254. Well done. Well done, well done. You managed to hold on to that flag. Okay, so... Ooh, what did you just do? You wanted to hit him, accidentally hit the flag, and look at how much health he lost. By health, I mean all dead troops. That was an expensive misclick. TSN Lambao. Anything can be swarmed. You just have to play the hospital bill. Yeah, they're pretty expensive hospital bill, you might say. And let your wells start swarming first. Yes, that's right. I mean, not like fake whales like me, real whales like Amit Aziz. Let them swarm. And I am sure he is swarming because we're looking at his account earlier. And this is how you know he swarms. Look at that. 127 million dead troops. Oh my god, that's more troop than anyone ever had. Not anyone, most people ever had. Okay, now that we are in between things, give me your link. Oh, link. Okay, let me copy the link. Now I should have this ready. I don't. Why is my stuff not working? Hey, did I accidentally close my stream? Am I just talking to myself? No, I'm not. Where's my link? Why does it not let me copy the link? Now, let's check the report. That's the Jadwiga flag, guys. So it has been switching between Jadwiga and Zenobia, and I'm pretty sure it's a combined report, so we can't kind of separate. We got a new subscriber, and the language is Greek. Is it Greek? I think it's Greek. So I don't think I should try to pronounce it because I can't. If it was English, it would be Hayes. Mate, you can let me know your name in English on the chat maybe, and then we can pronounce your name, but either way, thank you for your subscription, much appreciated. Now let's look at the report again. So 3 million dead and 3.5 million dead. So this wounded, but the wounded doesn't matter. By the way, digging the music? Dirty Dan, I'll give you a link. I'll give you a link so that you can kind of get the same music for your stream as well if you like, or pick some of them. So just looking at this, actually let's scroll down and let's see what else do we have. Is there like a, sometimes you know how the report gets broken down and half of it is separate, or is it the whole lot? Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and let's check. Hey, mate, I don't know why your message got deleted. If you do all caps, then sometimes it gets deleted. So could it be all caps? Caps, yes, that's what Nightbot said. Mate, if you don't mind doing like non-caps, that'll be great. That is, how many kill points do you have, mate? I got 5.5 billion. I think I'll show you in a sec. Cobra 1412, yes, well done, well done. Haze, yes, mate. I'm saying Haze, but how do I say it? How do I say your name? I'm pretty sure it's not Haze, right? Okay, guys, I scrolled too much. Let's not scroll so much. Let's just go and check the troop buffs. So we got 28.7, 22. Now, from the looks of it, the rally did better in terms of power loss, but then at the same time, that doesn't really matter. You're looking at dead troops, but then it is T4, T5 combination, so technically it does matter, but either way, too much talking. Troop buff. So Cav, that's not the best Cav actually. Like, you kind of expect a lot more on Cav, right? Unless it kind of got mixed up with the infantry, like the report is bugged. But either way, if it's just Cavs, that's not really good stats, right? How about the infantry? Infantry is pretty decent. Infantry is very decent actually. But then, you know what? It kind of says that on the report, the Cav didn't do as well, as much as they held on to the flag, which was important. But then I think this got bugged somewhere. Okay, let's check the other reports and see if it's the same report. That's from the rally side. Okay, it is the same report. So it's just from the rally side. Otherwise, it's the same report. Now, I want to check the troop buffs again because the Cav... I'm not being harsh, right? This is not very high Cav. I mean, this is worse than my Cav. And 1412, oh my god, rich FNKD. So they definitely have better equipment than that, right? And yeah, we looked at that buff already. Okay, so that report is kind of covered. Is the same report that we have. Thank you again. So let's say thank you, mate. I can't say your name, so I want to thank you, but I can't say your name. And Aroma, thank you for providing us with the reports. Much appreciated. If you get the reports while you're streaming, that definitely makes it a lot more fun, right? Now let's go and check out Dan's reports again. We looked at the first four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. 1.3, 2.3. So BND, which is 1780. Illy? Okay, alright mate, I will refer to you as Illy, and I will remember that as soon as I see writing that kind of looks like Greek to me, your name is Illy. And we don't have that many people talking on the chat, so I can remember. That's kind of a dig at me, but either way. Okay, so 1.3 million versus 2.3. Flavius is pretty good. Again, that's pretty good. And that's pretty good as well. Did M quit RoK? Spark Drive. Hey man, no, M didn't quit RoK, but then see how I'm kind of streaming. I mean, actually you can't see, but my time it's 11:30. So when I used to make the videos, I was making the videos much earlier, and that around that time it was a lot easier for me to include her. But then streaming, if I stream that early, no one's gonna watch. As in, when I have access to M, that's when I don't have access to viewers. So videos, M kind of works. Live streaming, kind of challenging. And her mom became pretty strict nowadays with her study, routine and all that. Oh, Spark wanted to see my kills and dead. So Spark, it's 5.6 and it's 19.6 kills and deads. Now, my stats not that important. More important, dirty gaming. I mean, not dirty gaming. Dirty gaming kind of sounded wrong. Now we got a rally coming in. Now, Khalid, you're rallying the wrong way. Are you rallying the wrong way? What are you rallying? Oh no, there's more action. Noob streamer doesn't know how to look around for action. So there's action here. I'm looking at the wrong place. Awesome stats. Hey man, not that awesome compared to the people that we're looking at. I mean, compared to him, yes, awesome. But yeah. Anyway, so we got a Khalid rally coming this way. There's a new flag coming from... That's a very brave flag. Like, can you get it up? I don't think you can get it up. But they have a lot of marches. What rally was it? I should have clicked on the rally before the rally kind of started walking this way, because now we can't see. Okay, I can see now. That's a Attila. Yes, that's a Attila. And Nevsky. And can you see the garrison guys? Can't see the garrison. Now on top of the rally, there's a flag building. It's not going to be reinforced as well. So 1412 can kind of do a swarm right. It's not going to be as painful, even if it's a Zenobia. So do the swarm 1412. Let's take him down. And we see lots of red numbers. Way too many red numbers. How many days are they fighting? Lol. This is the sixth straight day of fighting. How they are doing it is beyond me. Like, as in, if I fight for 6 days straight, I'm gonna run out of speed ups. But that's the good thing about being in a big Imperium kingdom. Say for example, if you're in 1412, they have so many spenders. Doesn't matter which alliance you're talking about. All the alliances have a lot of spenders. All the fighting alliances. So you're gonna get a lot of gold chests, and from the gold chests you're gonna get a lot of speed ups. So I think, as I saw in one of Shinchi's streams, he mentioned that most casual players there run out of resources before they run out of speed ups, and that's to do with the gold chests. And I can relate to that based on my alt account in 1365. I ran out of speed ups, resources before I ran out of speed ups as well. So casual player in an Imperium kingdom, not casual player, low spender player, lower power, lower spender player in an Imperium kingdom fits in very well. Whereas in my main account, I don't run out of resources, but I run out of speed ups, because the KD that I'm in, that's not a spendy KD. Okay, so now we know it's a Zenobia. So that Zenobia should be going down. 1412, if you're your name and fame, you should take that flag down, and they have taken the flag down. Well done, 1412. So as Cobra007 was saying earlier, 1412 is going to wake up soon, and I think we are hitting that time when 1412 definitely has woken up. I mean, taking down a building flag is not an achievement. It's a mandatory requirement for a big kingdom like 1412, but they were not doing it so far, and they're doing it now. So well done again. Okay, now we got action here again. Yes, we do. Wow. Well, I think we've praised 1412 a little too early, because over here all I see is 1647, but those 1412 marchers that went and took that flag down, they should be coming back. And it's an archer rally. It's an archer rally on a Zenobia, so you kind of have to swarm it down if you want that flag to survive. So these marches, 1647 marches on the right and on the left, the marches over here on the right, they should come down and try to intercept these guys coming in, because they're gonna come in this way pretty soon. Nurul Islam, where or whom to contact to migrate in 1365? Mate, so you can contact any of the R5s there from what I have seen. When I say any of the R5, as long as the alliance is in zone 3, you can contact any of the R5s. So all the R5s, I think they kind of work together to do the what's it called? Migration management. Saying that, 1365 just registered for KvK today, so like no point contacting now unless you're doing it for next KvK, because they registered already, so I don't think they can take migrants anymore, right? Oh no, they can. Shit, I should know this. So guys, migration doesn't lock when you register. Migration locks after pre-KV, after Eve of Crusade, right? So migration is still open. Am I right? Am I wrong? Illy, I'm sure everyone has reached 30 million kills. Yep. I'm pretty sure the most casual player in 1412 and 1365 in 1647, both sides, even the casual players probably reach 30 million, because that's a lot of fighting 6 days straight if you have been fighting that long. No, I'm asking for next KvK. Thanks for your information, bro. Yeah, definitely, mate. So, I mean, so the person that I spoke to when I was migrating there, he is one of the R5s in one of the alliances. His name is Save, S-A-V-E. So I think he's the one that I spoke to in terms of migration. I think he's actually the king this week as well, so you can talk to him. You will definitely have fun there. Now, we don't see 1412 here. 1412 is here. So rather than guarding the flag at the moment, they're guarding this mountain. JST save? Yes, you got it right. JST save. He's the one that I spoke to. So I think the simplest way I can explain their migration rule is, if you're under 65 million power at the time of migration and end of KvK, as long as you're less than 70 million power, what you do doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter in terms of rewards, but like, you're welcome. But then if you're over the 65-70 million power mark, then your stat kind of comes in, as in whether your previous contribution kind of looks enough compared to your power. So that's where stats come in. So if you're under 65-70 million, then it's easy access. Okay, so the Archer rally is getting swarmed despite the heavy presence. The rally got swarmed a little bit, so rally lost quite a lot of health, and now 1647 does have a lot of marches, so the rally can be reinforced again pretty quickly. But I don't know whether this can be burnt now, because 1412 on the left. I mean, these guys on the left, if they're waiting for a ball, they're waiting too long. Like, ball up already, guys. Save your flag. Come on the right. Now we have a counter rally come in. The counter rally was Archer rally as well. Counter rally was Archer rally as well. That's a bad call, right? Like, I'm no expert, but just gotta ask. Archer counter rally, when on a Archer rally, when you have like all these enemy presence, you're meant to go Attila Nevsky, right? I think. But okay. Alright, now let's go back to report checking. I got some sort of an image, so let's see. Ooh, what is this? Guys, let's see the stats. Let's thank Aroma and let's check the stats. What's Aroma sharing with us? 1647. Yeah, let's look at the dates first. So that's the last 3 days, right? Last 3 days. In the last 3 days, 1647 has lost 6,075,000 troops. 6 million, I mean not 6 million, 675 million. I can't even read numbers. And apparently I studied finance. Okay, so 675 million troops versus 1412 lost 568 million troops. So these two kingdoms, as you can see from the stats, they definitely have been fighting the hardest. 1892 lost a lot as well, but compared to these two kingdoms, less. And that probably explains why 1647 is not in Imperium in anymore. But you know what else this kind of says? This kind of says, well, actually it says a lot. So firstly, 1412 definitely has more in the tank to keep fighting in this zone, and they definitely have quite a lot in the tank because they're still Imperium to go to the next zone. And it also says just because we're streaming during Asian time zones, we don't see 1412 in action as much. So from when you're watching my stream, it's probably going to look like, you know what, 1412 is not winning this, but the numbers kind of say that 1412 is trading favorably. That's exactly what the number says. And it also says that in 1412 having the Hyron over here. So see how 1412 has the Hyron, not 1647. A lot of it, like, I'm actually probably more impressed by 1647 strategy, to be honest, but then my view is biased because I'm streaming during the active time of 1647. So if I was streaming 2-3 hours later, again, if you watch Dirty Dan streams or Shinji streams, you're probably gonna see 1412 dominate a lot more. But anyways, it was kind of good to see those numbers, and thanks to Aroma, we can kind of see where everything kind of stands. Now let's look at the other KDs as well. 1823 and 1875 has lost similar numbers, but then 1823 is kind of wrapped up. And 1005 to start off with wasn't an Imperium KD, so they lost quite a lot. So did 1780. Now both of them combined, because they were fighting 1892, both of them combined, they lost more. And that's kind of, I'm gonna say well done to 1780, 1005 for fighting an Imperium KD. One big Imperium KD is generally stronger than two smaller KDs. By smaller, I mean non-Imperium, not like smaller as in inactive or anything. Okay, now we see 1412 kind of pushing in a little bit. So that flag, not only it's saved, we are 1412 is pushing up now. We got a new subscriber, Rough Draft. Hey man, sorry I didn't notice the announcement when it came in, but thank you for your subscription, much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm in 1823. We haven't fought since last week. 87 was tough. 1875 definitely is way too strong. Now 1875 is like a funny sort of kingdom. 1875, the last time when they fought against 1365, they were kind of much weaker compared to 1875, but when they started fighting 1823, compared to 1823, they're much stronger. Now Lilith actually does a pretty decent job nowadays in terms of matchmaking, but then
Like Lilith doesn't do the alliances and the zone allocation and all that, right? So definitely not judging 1823, but 1875 is much stronger in that area. I mean, it's not an easy fight. I fought 1875 firsthand and I know how strong they are. Ladus, do you know KD 1429, Ghost of RoK? No, man, I don't actually from memory. You can kind of zoom out and check if I know. Like if I look at the names of the alliances, then I can tell. 1429. No, I don't think I know them, man. Why? What's up with them? Now, we were checking something else, right? We weren't ready. This is our first KvK as Imperium. Yeah, Imperium KvK, like the first couple times actually, when you become Imperium, it's kind of hard to, manage the strategies. And when you become Imperium for the first couple times, you end up having too much weight that are dead weight, as in players that has a lot of power but doesn't contribute and all that. So over this KvK and maybe next KvK, over the next couple KvKs, I'm sure you'll sort it out. It's just how it is. I mean, there's no way to avoid it. So, is this what you guys expected? You should have, because the Cav meta against the infantry meta, as in XY and Nevsky versus Zenobia and Flavius. Zenobia and Flavius wins hands down. That's double the deaths. This is what we kind of expect. Troop buff. Those Cav. Where is it? That's kind of not the best Cav. Yeah, that's kind of not the best Cav. But then the infantry... not the best infantry either, but better than the Cav. By the way, when I say not the best Cav, not the best infantry, they're all better than what I have. I just mean when I compare to the top rally garrison leaders that we know. And when I say top that I know, my reference point is mostly 1365. So if I see anything better than the 1365 rally leaders or on par, I usually say, oh, that's good. And if I say a little less than that, but 1365 is a big Imperium kingdom, so I shouldn't really always compare with that. But that's a good benchmark, I guess. Okay, so 1412, for a while it looked like they were pushing up, but then now that push is kind of coming down towards their own area. The flag that they were trying to build here, so 1412 is building that flag instead of 1647, and there's a bit of a fighting that's taking place on the side as well here. But this is not the main fighting ball. I'm just because we haven't checked it for a while, I'm just gonna check on the side as well to see what's happening. Nope, no action here. I'm just checking everywhere the flags are touching just to see if there's any action. So see how they're not touching, so they're kind of minimizing the areas where they will be fighting, I guess. Because after 6 days, it's hard to manage fighting on 10 different spots. And there's a bit of a ball here as well, but then they're kind of just, staring at each other. It's a standoff. And what about this? Anything burning? These forts were burning. Yes, that's burning. 1412 fort burning. 1412 fort sort of burning here as well. Ghost of RoK, have you tried XY Nev versus Guan CPO Prime? Who wins? I actually haven't tried that. You know why I haven't tried that? out of the 4 commanders that you mentioned in that sentence, man, I only got one of them maxed. That's kind of embarrassing. I only got one max there. But then some of the whales in our KD is very close to having CPO max, because we finished our KvK, so no one's kind of rushing. So when people start saying that yes, we have a CPO max, then we can kind of do some testing, and as soon as I do some testing, I'll definitely make videos out of it. I would have done it on live stream, but then the people that I'm talking about, the whales, all of them are from Thailand and they don't speak much English, so trying to organize that on a stream is going to be like a nightmare. So we'll rather do it on a video, and I will upload it as soon as we get that done. But if I had to guess, I would say the Guan CPO should win without having any idea who wins, if I had to guess. Johnny, hey man, how are you going? Okay, reports. I forgot about reports. We're meant to check reports. Dan, dirty Dan. Why is Dan dirty? Does Dan play dirty games? Does he do dirty talking, or does he not just shower? Join his stream to find out if you want to. Okay, we looked at this report already. So the last one we did, second last, 5.1, 5.5. The flag got burned, but even when the flag got burned, it had positive trades. It's a slightly better cav, I think, is it, compared to what we saw? And the infantry is decent, good. That's a swarm. That's the actual rally. 5.7 versus 7.2. Yep. 2-1. Flavius versus Cav. Trading 2-1. See, this is a better Cav. So yeah, we're definitely right in saying those Cav were not really like the best. But this is definitely a better Cav. Good infantry as well. And this one. That really, ooh, that has to be a swarm. Like, that's pretty bad. That has to be a swarm. And was the archer good? The archer wasn't part. Oh no, I'm looking at Cav, sorry, my bad. Well, the archer was alright, but it had to be a swarm for it to be that bad. Dirty Dan in 7s. I think this is the last one we want to see. Yep, similar. And swarming them is pretty painful, obviously, as well. So the Guan Leo trying to swarm the Zenobian Flavius felt the pain. The Alex Charles felt the pain as well. All right. There's a lot of 14-12 marches here. Where are you guys going? Are you getting ready for this? Is this going to be contested? Now, if it wasn't like 5 hours later, if it was like 1 hour or 2 hours later, I could have started the stream a little bit later and kind of seen how that fighting goes. But 5 hours later from now is like 5 a.m. in the morning for me, so we're not watching that. They're all hugging that city. Why are you hugging that city? And that flag is repairing now. What about the bottom flag? That's not repairing now. Look at
1412A Alliance, please. Alright, Johnny, let's have a look at 1412A Alliance. Now that's Devil's Alliance. This is 1412? Nope. So 1412 was further down south, right? Yep, that's 1412. Okay, let's look at 1412 Alliance. That's a lot of power. 41 level gift. Ahmed Aziz as the leader and the king. And the coalitions, they're the main 4 alliances, I have to assume. They're not inactive. 1412A, well, I think most of them are fighting up here. Like, I think, because 1412A at the moment, actually this is kind of like, I don't know, maybe this may have been a good strategic decision. So from the start, 1412A, their main alliance, kind of decided not to go up top. So 1412 kind of has their weaker alliances here. So 1412A, Hawks and Devil, the 3 bigger alliances, I kind of saw all 3 coming down the middle towards the south. Now there is a chance they took up that position just so that they can, you know, secure these passes, maybe. So maybe they're fighting through other alliances right now. Firstly, secondly, they may not. I don't think there's a lot of merit in trying to burn these forts as well. I mean, this one you can try to burn, but further south, maybe it's like best just to leave it and conserve for the next zone. And if you look at the 1412 leader, he's fighting here. So 1412A, see, 1412A. And maybe some of them joined Devil. I don't know, man. I'm not in that KvK. I'm just spectating from the side. Okay, so we got the rally action starting again. So we got 2 rallies going on. So we got Pakal Herald versus Jadwiga YSS. And we got Gilgamesh Nebu versus Zenobia YSS. Now, one thing to remember, that's a Zenobia YSS. That's not a Zenobia Flavius. So Zenobia YSS is still pretty good, slightly weaker probably compared to the Flavius. I mean, it's not a big difference, but the Flavius kind of felt stronger, especially when the rally is cav. So 1412 coming up from the bottom. They're probably going to take out the Archer rally pretty fast. I mean, they can come and swarm and take it down. We got enough numbers to storm the rally. Gonna be like taking out a band-aid. Painful at first, but do a swarm and the rally is gone. Whereas this rally, it's probably gone for a while. Just gonna check, just in case if we got any. We got a new report. This report 2 days ago. Look at the numbers. Amazing one. Well, let's check out. Thank you for that report, Aroma. Okay. That's a long rally. Went for like half an hour. 34 million. Versus 56 million. So Archer against Cavalry, so that's somewhat expected. Now that kind of makes me sad, even though I know that's the case. So I garrison with Amani and Artemisia. So I got the Archer garrison pair. So rally and garrison, I got both Archers. Now look at that. The Archer garrison is just out of date, it feels. Look at the deaths. 5.5 versus 4.3. And severely wounded, there's like another 2. Troop buff. Was that a decent archer? That's an alright archer. That's not a bad archer. That's a very strong cav. Wow. Not unexpected, but this is good. So guys, these are the reports that we can't see because when 1412 is awake and they're in action, those are the times, as I was saying, that I'm not streaming, right? Because it's kind of late for me. So 1412 has been kind of doing their own moves, and thanks to Aroma, we can kind of see those reports as well. If they keep going this way, they will have anything left when Zone 6 opens on Saturday? Yeah, that's a good question, Ruff. I mean 1412 is still Imperium, so that means they still got quite a bit in the tank. And in a way, 1412, like, I just don't know the answer. So like in the next zone, they're gonna be fighting the same enemy again. So it's not like in the next zone they're not gonna be fighting. It's not like 1412 is not going to be fighting 1647. So they're going to be fighting 1647 in the next zone anyways. So whether it be this zone or the next, they kind of have to keep doing more of the same. Now where it gets scary is, I think 1306 is just standing there just below. Like, look at the top right corner, the map. So 1306, is that 1306? I think that 1606, sorry, not 1306. So 1606 is just sitting there. They're Imperium, they're untouched, they had like zero action. Let me just double check. Now I'm like confused. Is it 1606? Yes, 1606. So they're Imperium and they had no action. So as 1412 progresses, they have to face more of 1647, and they're not gonna get any allies to help them in the next zone. Rather, they're gonna face. They're going to face what's it called, 1606. So you know, what do you do? Fight in this zone, fight in next zone. What difference does it make, right? Like, you just have to keep doing it. So this this diplo has been a little rough on 1412. Now guys, we watched this for 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours. So I think we're going to, and it's midnight as well, my time, so we're kind of gonna start saying goodbyes now. So after this rally kind of ends, we will call it a day, and then if the fighting is still there tomorrow, we may try to stream tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow is Wednesday. Actually, we may or may not stream on tomorrow. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna stream on Thursday again. So either tomorrow, if not, worst case, I'll see you on Thursday. In the meantime, we are going to do some shorts and some videos as well. So please be subscribed to the channel so that you can check out all our content. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the content. So lots sort of questions, comments, please keep them coming. We'll be closing as soon as the rally kind of ends. Now, the last time when I said that, the rally went on for half an hour. So let's put a time frame. Let's say the next 5 minutes, whether the rally cancels or not. Rough draft.
Great stream, brother. Take care. Hey, man. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Actually, there's a couple of special thank yous to say today, isn't there? Yes. So we got Illy, who has subscribed, and we got RoKStaR, who has subscribed, and finally Rough Draft. Thank you for your subscription as well. So thank you everyone for supporting the stream. Hope you guys liked. Now, you know what? I think the wife is gonna start getting mad if I'm not in bed by midnight, so I'm gonna say bye. Now this action from 1412 and 1647, they have been fighting for 6 days. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fight on for a few more days. So this is not make or break action. So I will see you either tomorrow or on Thursday. Definitely Thursday, if not tomorrow. All right, Johnny, see you tomorrow. All right, man, see you. Everyone, bye for today. Thank you for being here. See you tomorrow, most likely.